Hey everyone, Officer Dan here with them boys from Down Under, coming at you with another legendary cut. Today we're tackling something super simple yet super useful for all you hot boys out there with them 370z and or V36 wheels on your whips. The Gktech Z34 370z lug nut adapters. Whoa. Look at Zach over there down under getting crazy with the cheese whiz. Lockdown must be affecting his shimmies, as that was clearly a toss. P.S. Peep them socials if you haven't already. Pop the lid on the black box open and you'll see 20 little adapters staring you in the face. Now if you're into math, that's one for each stud. Groovy. These are machined from 6061 T6 aluminum because why wouldn't we do that for you, the people? The whole purpose of these little guys' lives is to allow you to run an aftermarket lug nut on your OEM 370Z or V36 wheel. If you cannot pick up what I'm putting down, let's run some hypotheticals on the quick, shall we? Let's say you got on the old Facebook marketplace and found a smoking deal on some dank 370 wheels, and after many back and forths to him repeating he knows what he has, you've made the purchase. Let's also say that you have some bolt-on spacers that you for sure tightened and torqued to the specs shown on the screen to make them new wheels fit like a boss. Now let's say those bolt-ons have extended wheel studs. During the purchase, the previous owner gave you some ugly OEM wheel nuts to go with the wheels because they said in air quotes, "You can't run the other ones, dude." But you already had sweet-ass lug nuts, so you didn't care. You attempted to put on that wheel, crank the lugs he gave you on, and you noticed the wheel is knocking around more than my RB did during Formula D. If you were to go out and drive on it, it'd feel a bit like this, I reckon. Now post-death wobble flashbacks, you get the car back in the air, and like the detective you are, you do some sleuthing. You may pop the wheel off and run a lug all the way down to see exactly what's happening, only to find out that this thing is bottoming out on the extended stud long before it ever makes contact with the wheel. Man, that would hypothetically suck. But that is the harsh reality for poor dudes all over who now have to remove the spacers and run the new fresh wheels they got with crappy looking OEM lugs and sunken battleship fitment. Now, stopping the hypotheticals for a sec, if you do decide to buy these adapters, you cannot run them with the OEM length studs. There won't be enough thread engagement and your car will be looking all back to the future before you even know what happened. To run these adapters, you need one of two options. A, extended wheel studs, and 2, a spacer with extended wheel studs like the ones we sell. Speaking of cool stuff we sell, this is a demo of our legendary open-ended lug nut going all the way down, if you know what I'm saying. Continuing on with why you need adapters, our lug is tapered to a sultry 60 degrees, whilst the OEM 370Z and V36 lugs are a flange nut with parts that are dumb and flat, kind of like the Earth. Did I mention they're ugly AF? Anyways, this is where Gktech jumps in to save the day yet again. Our adapters go inside the stud holes to do what Nissan should have done, but of course didn't contact us first, that will allow you to run our lug nuts in whatever flavor you choose. Now, as demoed by this demo, ours simply fit snugly in the taper. So let's install these things finally. Remove the old crappy nuts, grab 5 of them adapters, install them, then pop your hot boy lug nuts on, tightening, and you guessed it, torquing them to the specs shown on the screen. You can now cruise down the street without your neighbors pointing and laughing, and or use these wheels at an event and not have to remove the spacers and bring a spare set of lugs with you. Just think of the time saved. Keep in mind other lug nuts may not work, but then again they just may, so just be careful out there. If in doubt, drop like 20 bones on a set of ours in any flavor you like and just rock and roll. These are the guys whom none of which are rocking stock 370Z wheels, so no adapters are needed, but if we were, of course we would post haste. If you can't install these, seriously 100% stop, sell your car and take the bus everywhere from now on. You'll thank me later. If you do happen to have questions, shoot us an email. This has been Officer Dan, Johnny Caps, Joshy Josh, and Yeet Master Zach with another Gktech How To. Peace.